Fellow real estate brokers and team leaders, I know you're super busy and on the run, but if you just give me a few minutes of your time, I'll show you exactly how we're helping realtors just like yourself get 10 to 15 or even more double qualified listing opportunities every single month without you having to do a single thing from your end. Now, I know you're probably wondering who even is this guy and why should I listen to him? So let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Hamza Abdallah and I'm the founder of CataLeads Systems. I'm a 2x founder and simply put, I'm an entrepreneur and marketer in my veins. I've been in the marketing space for over 5+ years, and through CataLeads Systems, I've worked with over 150+ agents across the nation, helped them generate literally thousands of appointments and leads that resulted in millions of dollars in net commission. And I've done it for several agents across the United States. Now, before this, I used to run a top-of-the-line media studio down in Austin, Texas called Thrive on Media, where we work with luxury lifestyle brands like Aston Martin, Bentley, and New Balance, just to name a few. And I've also been awarded Forbes 30 Under 30 Scholar in 2019, and also have had the pleasure of being published in several magazines like CEO Weekly, New York Weekly, US Reporter, Voyage Dallas, Buzz LA Magazine, just to name a few. And I'm also a professional keynote speaker represented by MII Professional Speaking. Now, all that to say is that you're in good hands. With all that being said, let's jump into the fun part. So how are we exactly helping real estate agents like yourself get 10 to 15 or even more double qualified listing opportunities every single month without dumping thousands of dollars into ad spend, pestering their friends and family for referrals or even door knocking? And on top of that, how do we stamp a guarantee on top? Well, I'm excited to get into it, but before we jump into the nitty-gritty, I would love to give you all an idea of what our Agent Catalyst system is truly capable of. So check out these pure results from our clients. And first up, we have one of our amazing clients, Brandon. And as you can see, just in the first 25 days alone of working with us, Brandon has been able to secure 3 listings, one of which is a $1.2 million listing, the second one being a $650,000 listing, and the third one being a $250,000 listing. And 3 listings in 1 month, man, honestly, Brandon, shout out to him. He absolutely crushed it working with us, and this is absolutely music to my ears. And as you can see, there's a text from Brandon on the screen, a sample appointment that we sent over on his way on the right there. And as you can see, Brandon mentioned that these appointments that we sent over, they were primed and ready to speak to him. Next up, we have another one of our amazing clients, Joe, in Nashville, Tennessee. He has netted over $120,000 in net commissions by working with us alone. In just the first month of working with us, Joe was able to secure a $540,000 listing. He got himself face-to-face in front of 8 sellers, homeowners that were looking to sell their property, with 5 more deals in the pipeline that we're looking to close in the next few months, which is absolutely amazing. Again, shout out to Joe for absolutely crushing it. Again, there's a text from Joe here on the screen, a sample appointment on the right there. And when speaking to Joe earlier this week, he mentioned that compared to the leads that he was getting from other lead gen services, the quality of the conversations, the connectivity rate drastically improved after working with us, to the point where the appointments that we send over to him right now are his top priority with the new appointments and the new leads, which is, again, music to my ears. And another one of our amazing clients, Adam, in Rhode Island, who has been able to lock a $1.25 million in sales volume and over $35,000 in net commissions in just 2 months of working with us.
Getting $1.25 million locked up.
And similar to Joe, before working with us, Adam was working with Zillow, Realtor.com, and other lead gen companies that didn't really quite have a reliable system for generating sellers and listing opportunities that were also double qualified. And again, my friends, this is just 3 of several case studies that we have and testimonials that we have from our clients. And simply put, as you can see, the Agent Catalyst system just purely produces and gets results. Now, who is this going to be the most useful for? Because the last thing we want is for you and us to waste our times. We want to make sure that this is the right fit for you. Firstly, this is for real estate agents who are honestly sick and tired of dealing with leads with the wrong contact information, unrealistic expectations, and are tired of working with lead gen services that do not qualify their prospects. And just a quick side note, we actually double qualify every single appointment that we send over your way. And I'll get into that just here in a bit. And also, it is virtually impossible for the appointments that we send over your way to have the wrong contact information. So the problem of wrong contact info is virtually eradicated. Moving on, this is also for real estate agents who lack the marketing resources, who are honestly anxiously uncertain on where their next client will come from. This system is also for real estate agents who are mentally drained from having to constantly follow up with their old leads and can't seem to find the time to generate new ones. I mean, how are you going to generate new business and scale your business if you're a one-man army and all your time is going towards old leads and reactivating and warming them up? And lastly, and honestly, this is something that we get a lot of. This is for real estate agents who are honestly exhausted of dumping thousands of dollars into online ads and online ad spend and aimlessly trying close deals quick schemes without having a consistent and predictable system in the first place to be able to work the leads that they're generating or even generate qualified appointments to begin with. Now, if that sounds like you, stick around, because right now we're about to dive into exactly the 3-step blueprint of how we're able to generate these double qualified appointments for our agents that produce these type of results. Now, the first phase is preparing for the hunt. Now, once you get onboarded, you give our team a set of 8 to 10 zip codes to target for you. And these 8 to 10 zip codes become your service area and exclusive to you and your team alone, meaning that we do not take on any other client or any other broker or team in that area, meaning that every single appointment that we send your way are generated for you and you alone. Then we take those zip codes and build a hyper-targeted data list of 10 to 20,000 homeowners in your service area for us to reach out to. And when we're building this list, we use certain likely to sell characteristics and variables like years of residence, their mortgage status, their home equity, and a few more other variables. But now comes the second phase, which is what we call filtering through the haystack. And we do this by, drum roll please, we leverage the power of cold SMS and cold texting. This is a blue ocean strategy, and if done right, it can be super effective and something that your competition, I can guarantee, is not doing. And so what we do is we cold text these homeowners, and we're looking for 2 main things. 1, validity of contact info, and are we even speaking and reaching out to the right person to begin with? Number 2, is there any slight interest to sell in the first place? And if we have these 2 things, then we would determine and label them as a lead, because the objective of the second step is to generate leads, which means we're not done here and you're still hands off. Now comes the most fun part and most important, and honestly one of the pillars that I believe make us the most unique. We have our highly qualified ISA team, inside sales agents team, who are calling, texting, following up, nurturing all of these leads produced by the SMS campaign 8 hours a day, 6 days a week on your behalf. And the objective of this step is to aggressively and thoroughly qualify these leads before we book them in as an appointment for you. So what are we looking for? We're qualifying them based on 5 key things. Number 1, we verify their intent to sell. Do they even want to sell their property? Number 2, we dig into their pain point. Why do they want to sell? What is their motivation? Number 3, what is their timeline? If everything makes sense, how soon would they be able to move out and get moving on the deal? Number 4, are they working with a realtor or not? Because honestly, if they're working with a realtor, what's the point of us continuing to speak with them or giving them to you? Number 5, and lastly, we gather a few key pieces of detail about their property so that we can compile it and give you more ammo to use on your call with them when you speak with them. Now lastly, after we thoroughly qualify them and determine them as an appointment, we compile all of the information that we gathered so far, put it into a detailed call notes, all neat and tidy for you, and we schedule an appointment directly onto your calendar, after which you'll get immediately notified from our system via text and email. So you have it in your system right there. So as you can see, my fellow agents, not only does it free up your time by capturing but also nurturing your leads for you, but it also multiplies the amount of people that you'd be speaking to compared to if you were doing it alone. And the best part is this is completely done for you, meaning that you don't have to do anything until you get that appointment. And then you do what you do best as a real estate agent. You work your sales process, build that relationship, and provide that value and help them sell their house and achieve their goal, which is honestly what you got into the game of real estate to do in the first place. So, my fellow real estate agents, if you want double qualified seller appointments like this, take some time to pause the screen here and read through some of the sample appointments and the qualifications that we're doing. I mean, for example, we have an $8.5 million listing here, a very high-end property here, a few other appointments where we really dig into their pain points. So if you want more double qualified seller appointments and you want to go on more listing appointments than you are currently and really increase that in-person appointment ratio in your current business, even in the current market, And again, take some time to pause the screen here and see what our clients are saying, because honestly, we receive texts like this daily from our clients, day in and day out, because ultimately that is our main objective, right? To help you build a pipeline of actionable leads that you can work your sales process on and take them to the closing table. So if you want appointments like this and you want to go on more listing appointments and kind of honestly to drive home the fact, we have another case study here for you real quick. For example, one of our clients, Jody, and her team in Florida, who locked up 4 listings that resulted in $5.14 million in sales volume and over $150,000 in net commissions. She mentioned that we became an attachment of her marketing team and her business. And also, if you want results like one of our other clients, Alex, also in Florida, within the first 45 days of working with us, he was able to lock up a $750,000 listing with another $800,000 listing in the pipeline. So if you want results like this, we actually have a ridiculous 100% money back guarantee in place, which should honestly make this a no-brainer for you. However, with all that being said, we are very selective with the type of agent that we partner with, because as you've seen in this video, this is a unique system which requires a certain type of agent with a type of experience, sales caliber, and sales finesse to be able to take these appointments that we're sending over and take them to the closing table. And we're looking for these agents that are missing out on the consistency and predictability of their system so that we can come in and help make that right. So if that sounds like you, my fellow real estate agents, and I'm sure you have questions and you have concerns that you would want us to clarify, the best next thing for us to do would be to schedule a quick 15 to 20 minute Zoom call where I would love to answer those questions and clarify your concerns. So go ahead and click the calendar link below or somewhere around this website and grab a time on our calendar. And I'm really looking forward to speaking with you and seeing if this is a good fit for you. Thank you so much if you made it to the end of this video, and I'll see you inside.